Let's all get on the edge of our seats. Tension is high.
The first time in the world that Clay organizes something like this, you have a chance to be recognized as the best.
With 26 down, 4 semi-finalists remain. It's been such a journey for so many of our contestants.
From doing the application at 3 a.m. at my kitchen table to potentially go all the way. Every step of the way has been harder, more difficult.
Never felt this pressure in my entire life. Here in Pakistan, I'm the first girl from my family who is pursuing career like I am.
Bringing back this cup back to India would be a huge deal. I feel the pressure.
I feel stressed. It's a challenge, but that motivates me to bring the best of myself.
They are efficient, they are dynamic, and they are adaptable.
20 minutes to turn any go-to-market idea into reality. Whoever pushes the limit and executes will take home the Clay Cup and redefine go-to-market.
Now we're here, we're doing it. I couldn't be more excited.
Everyone make some noise for Clay Cup 2025!
Please put your hands together for your Clay Cup 2025 hosts, Owen and Munnawar.
Welcome to Clay Cup Final 2025. My name is Munnawar Hashim, and I'm one of your co-hosts for tonight.
Owen, Ciha. Seriously, couldn't be any other place today. I'm so excited to get into it, Munnawar.
Woo! So there are quite a few people in the audience who might not know what Clay Cup is, Owen. Can you help fill them in on that?
It's a great call out. You may have seen this on LinkedIn, you may have seen this video just now, but the question is, what is Clay Cup? The Clay Cup is a competition. Two people open their laptops, they open clay.com, and they're given an objective to achieve. They're then given 20 minutes to achieve that objective, and they're judged on how well they did so, and the winner moves on to the next round. But we're here in San Francisco, and we're doing the finals right now. Munnawar, could you tell us a little bit about how we got here?
That's a great question, Owen. Thanks for teaming me up there. This has been truly an international competition. We had hundreds of applicants. We narrowed it down to 32 representatives from different countries, as you can see on the left here. And then we went live in London, in Bangkok, and we've finally narrowed it down to the last two here in San Francisco in the United States of America. As a London boy, I'm so excited and honored to be here before you right now. And what are our contestants fighting for? What are they going to win, Owen?
This is a great question. I mentioned this is a competition. Well, what are they going to win? There's a few different things they're going to win. First, ultimate LinkedIn prestige. These guys are the best go-to-market engineers in the world. Give it up for them.
LinkedIn!
Woo! That's the first thing they're going to win. The second, as you can see up here, we have a beautifully crafted Clay Cup, an actual cup. You can put a plant in it. This thing is going to be a great centerpiece. And I asked them to make me one as well. It's still in the works. Regardless, the final, last but not least, one of these contestants is walking away with $10,000.
You can buy one hell of a suit with $10,000, let me tell you.
Tell me about it.
And so we've spoken about how we got here. We spoke about why we're here. Now, let's learn a little bit about our contestants. Who we got tonight, Owen?
Absolutely. We have two of the greatest contestants that we could see. First up, we're going to introduce Matt. And let's learn a little bit more about Matt with his video on screen now.
Hey everyone, I'm Matt and I'm from Poland. It is 10 days till the San Francisco event. My friend Brian, who is also a Clay Club lead in Poland, he reached out to me and he told me like, hey Matt, it's like Clay competition, Clay Cup. You have a chance to be recognized as one of the best. And I know you have something in you. Just take a chance, and here I am, currently in top 4. And when we got on a call with our clients, we just get an instant trust, which is an effect of being in a top 4 right now. So it means a lot. It is always 1 to 2 days before each stage when I tend to overthink a lot, to think about my competitors, to think about myself, my strategy. It's a challenge, but it is also a good way that motivates me to bring the best of myself.
Incredible.
Let's welcome to the stage, Matt.
Yes.
So Matt's gonna take his seat here, and I think you've noticed that there's only one table here. Sadly, our next contestant is joining us live on Zoom and also in spirit because she couldn't get the visa to join us here today on stage. She's been through so much to be here with us. We're honored to have her here. So let's learn a little bit about Javeria.
I'm representing Pakistan in Clay World Cup. I am coming for semi-finals and I participated in Clay World Cup because I wanted to test my skills because I have been using clay since 2023 and I wanted to see how good I am at it. Now, if I win, I think it will be good for my community because in Pakistan, tech community is growing really fast. There are so many GTM engineers who are doing great work and are working at good companies. So I think it will be a good example for them. It will give some aspiring GTMEs direction as well. But what I learned from this whole experience is taking pressure and getting things done in less time because initially I was like 20 minutes are way less to build a workflow, but then I practiced and now I can. But yeah, that's about it. Wish me luck for semifinals.
Let's make some noise for our contestants, Matt and Javeria.
There she is. There she is.
So, our contestants are locked in. They've been given the prompt. And can we get a 5-minute timer up on the screen here?
Yes. As I mentioned before, this is the competition. They have 20 minutes to build something, and they have 5 minutes to figure out what are they actually going to build. So I think it's a great time to explain to you guys, what are they actually going to be building today? They were given a prompt. Both of our contestants were hired as a go-to-market engineer at a startup called EchoStage. EchoStage raised a round of funding in 2023, and they produce software that helps companies host better live and virtual events. These are hybrid events. It means there's two aspects to this, just like tonight. We have an audience that are live streaming this right now. So they are tasked with helping EchoStage pick up a new head of sales. They're gonna build an end-to-end workflow that is going to be for recruiting, for reaching out to these potential prospects, and for screening them. But seriously, that's great, but really the most important part is what are our contestants going to deliver to our judges today? Munnawar, do you want to walk us through what that looks like?
What a great question, Owen. Thanks for teaming me up again. I really love being on stage with this guy. I always say it, but it is such a joy. So we have 4 deliverables to our judges. And we're going to speak about our judges in just a second. So the first, we already know that they're looking for someone to hire. It's about defining that ICP. That leads us into our second deliverable. What are the validation signals that we have to find these perfect candidates? How long have they worked in certain companies? What is their title? Have they worked for a competitor? With that information, they then start to build that list of candidates that we're going to reach out to. And then finally, we're going to land that plane, Owen. We're going to do a custom, bespoke outreach message to LinkedIn, to these people, in order to get them that perfect job. It just sounds like something that's going to make a dream come true.
Amen. Amen. It sounds like a whole lot of fun, and I really can't wait to get into it. There's a big misconception that clay is only used for outbound, but we're going to see this here right now, that it could be used for so many things, including finding who should be your next head of sales. Seriously, I couldn't be more excited about this more.
So we're delivering this, but to who? Who are they going to be delivering it to? Our wonderful judges on the front row here. Can you tell us who our judges are for today? And we are blessed to have them in our presence.
I'd be honored to. I'd be honored. In the 4 comfy chairs in the front row, we have our first 2 judges, Patrick and Petra.
And sitting right next to them, again, in the comfiest seats in the house, we have Enzo and Tebow.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And these guys are really tasked with a lot today. We got 4 judges who are going to be looking at both of our contestants' tables and making a final decision on who is winning those 3 things I mentioned earlier. I'm super excited about this. How do you think our contestants are feeling right now, Munnawar?
I'm standing here on stage, and I have all sorts of feelings about being here. To be sat right here, no pressure, massive pressure, building live in front of everyone here. Woo! I don't know how I would be feeling. And then obviously we have Javaria as well. We've been through the quarterfinals together, Owen, the semifinals together, and now we're here at the finals. Is there anything that you've learned along the way about being on stage and talking about the Clay Cup?
It's a great question. I feel like I've learned so many things, it's really hard to put a finger to one. But the one I would love to mention is just how much people in community really matter. We have such a great audience out here that has a lot of energy, who's excited to see some people throw down clay workflows in 20 minutes. Sometimes this takes 2 months to build a workflow like this.
2 years.
2 years. And we're making our contestants do it in 20 minutes. Seriously, this is impressive stuff. And I'm so happy that you all get to witness this right now in the room and at home.
Again, we have people all around the world. This is the first time also my mom is watching me. So Mom, I hope you're proud. So I want you all just to give me a big cheer if you're supporting Javaria here today. So for Javaria, give us a roar. And not forgetting the man on stage himself. Give us a cheer if you're cheering here for Matt. We're coming down to the last 25 seconds of the reading time, and then we're going to start the build time shortly thereafter.
Yes, super excited for this. As a reminder, we got Matt, who's representing Poland, Javaria is representing Pakistan, and this truly is a global event. Munnawar, I'm getting so excited to kick things off here.
Yeah. Can we get, as an audience, start for a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah!
Let's go! Let's get a 20-minute timer on the clock. Here we have it. When this hits 0, it's going to be done, and then it'll be passed on to our judges. Let's get our first table live on the board. Let's look at what Matt's doing. He's just going to be building. And what are one of the things that you're going to be looking at immediately as we look at this first deliverable, Owen?
It's a great question, and that's actually a better answer to the question you asked previously. It's like, hey, we're 30 seconds in. What is this actually going to look like? The key indicator of how well people are going to do today is how much progress they can make as quickly as possible. Clay is all about experimentation, and there's no right or wrong way to do something. So we want to see as much progress as quickly as possible. We're looking at Matt's table right now. Let's pop over and look at what Javaria is. He's also doing a Find People search right now. He's figuring out what this is going to look like. Here is Javaria's table. Similar approach. We can see the Find People search is up. It seems to be stagnant. She may be in GPT. She may be doing something else. I don't know. But I am so excited to see what she is going to do. Munnawar, there's one thing, too, that we really should cover, is what kind of clay users are we working with today?
We've learned about who they are emotionally. Let's look at who they are technically. Can we bring up Matt's statistics right here? Again, this is an esport right here. So we have stats on our MVPs right here. So Matt's statistics are going to be up on screen now. There we go.
There he is. Look at his beautiful face. Representing Poland, we have 168 active days using clay, 297,000 actions ran, and 295 tables created. Pretty solid start.
With that many active days, I have no idea how he's managed to hit the gym so obviously, so clearly at the same time.
Great call.
It is impressive. I'm a big fan. And so looking at this, Owen, we look at how many actions have run, how many tables he's created.
This is beautiful. And the only other thing that would be more beautiful is looking at our other contestant's stat card as well. Can we get Javaria's stat card?
Get Javaria up here.
Who is Matt going up against? There she is on screen. We can see she has 57 active days, 29,000 rows ran, 86 tables created, and there she is.
So we see like quite a big discrepancy between the amount of active days between both our finalists. I wonder if that's going to tie in to the judgment and the deliverables.
Agreed.
Speaking of which,
we're
going to run over and speak to our judges here and have a question to see how they would cover things here. I'm going to run over to Thibaut over here.
While Munnawar is doing this, can we get Matt's table back on screen and see how he is pacing?
I know not much has been built yet, but what are some of the things that you're looking out for when these table builds are being done, Thibaut?
A great question, thank you. I think for me, great profiles like head of sales, they're being approached a lot by recruiters and headhunters. So the messaging is going to be key. You want to be able to stand out and not sound like very boring copy-pasted type of messages. So I'm really looking to see how they kind of tie the signals and the data into something that's relevant and stands out.
Wonderful, that's huge. We've all been reached out by those basic copy-paste recruiters, and we want that bespoke custom message, which is why I'm coming over to Enzo. What's something that's going to trip our contestants up that they might need to be careful of?
I think the biggest thing when you're looking to hire people potentially remote as well, you want to look at the time zone. Hey, this company is business and safe. They're open to have somebody remote, but are they making sure this person can work within a time zone that will be suitable for the company, for themselves? I think this is something you can easily just don't think about and pick maybe the wrong person.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for your insight. We're going to catch up with our two judges in a moment. I'm going to throw it over to Owen. Let's have a deep dive right here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Munnawar. It was great to hear from our judges and get a little different perspective on that. But I would love to take a second and let's actually look at what Matt has done so far. Can we get my screen up there and let's do a little bit of a deep dive, little instant replay. This is an esports style competition. We got to do some sort of instant replay. Let me confirm, here we are. I am sharing my screen right now and I can see a few things happen. We just had made a find people search, which is great. Awesome. We're starting with the basics, but I'm very curious to see what this prompt is going to look like. So we can see it is a browser-enabled researcher. That's a good start. We don't want them to not be enabled to look at the browser. Okay. Outside of that, we have their LinkedIn profile, and let's figure out what the actual goal of this prompt is. They're going to be navigating to the experience engine. It looks like he is trying to actually scrape their LinkedIn using Claygents. I think that's what is happening here, which, if you haven't, I'm actually curious. Can we get a raise of hands? Who has tried scraping LinkedIn using an actual like browser, like GPT or a Claude, like in the thing? You drop a URL. And how did that go? Because sometimes I know it's a hit or a miss sometimes because they really like their data and they want to protect it.
For those at home who are watching, about 3 hands went up.
Yes.
No, I'm joking. No, loads of hands went up. We've all been there. We've tried to scrape. It's tough.
Everyone else is scared to raise their hands. It's okay. We've all been there. We've tried it. But it's a hit or a miss depending on how much data you can actually get.
Is there anything that you've seen here that like excites you, Owen, as he's building up his table here, his outbound?
We're just getting a basic data point of how long has this person been in their current role, which is a good indicator of, hey, are they looking for a change or not? If they just started their current role, obviously they're not looking to switch right away. Maybe I'm wrong, but typically by and large, we're looking for people who've been in the role for a long time, looking for a change. Munnawar, what do you kind of think about this data point so far?
I'm kind of thinking, okay, my biggest fear is that we are going to have, the most exciting thing is we're going to have different signals chosen by each of the contestants, and that will impact the deliverable to the judges. And for me, I fear that one of them or both of them might miss out on a key piece of information in the prompt that might give them a good candidate profile, but not the ICP. It's called ICP for a reason, Owen.
Of course.
And so we've looked at Matt's. Are we going to see a deep dive into the next table here?
We will get into a deep dive on Javaria's table in just a second. Let's actually bring Javaria's table up live and see what she's working on right now. I would love to check it out and get caught up to speed on where Javaria is. This is her table right now. As we can see, nothing. We have the Find People search again being built, and she's working on a prompt right now. Again, unsure what she's on. Maybe she's on Facebook right now looking at some posts. Oh,
no, she's flying. It's been 7 minutes and so much has already been generated. This is the power of Clay. This is the power of our contestants. This is what finalists are made from. Let's give our contestants a big round of applause here. Let's go.
Incredible, incredible. And you're right, Munnawar, we are just over 7 minutes of the way through. She's crafting her prompt right now, and we're gonna have to give them a little bit more time to come up with those deliverables. Things do take time. Stressing these people out and putting them under the pressure to do this in 20 minutes is a lot.
It's a lot. And one of the things I'm also curious to see is what kind of enrichments or data providers that they're going to use as they go through their workflow after they've kind of done with this research and the scraping.
Yes, as am I. And I think, one thing that we saw during the semifinals is someone tried to set up their own HTTP API prompt to get their own data, which is great. That's so great, and we have made it so much easier to do so. but it can be risky. If all of a sudden you're getting, error 400s, what's going on? And we haven't seen that yet, which is a good sign. Regardless, we're making good progress so far. She's just got her prompts created, and there is a lot left to do. We are almost 9 minutes in so far. Munnawar, how do you think our contestants are feeling right now?
I honestly kind of thought they'd be nervous, but I'm seeing them fly through. I don't think they have any time to really think or feel, or maybe they feel a bit hungry, I don't know. But as we kind of like fly through this, what kind of data providers will you personally be looking at based on the prompt that we've seen today, Owen?
Personally, in this case, right, we're trying to hire a new head of sales. We need to figure out a few things, in my opinion. We need to figure out, how do we know this person wants to leave their current position, or that we're confident we could convince them to leave their own position? And obviously, you're going to be starting off with enriching this person's professional profile, learning a little bit about how many companies have they worked at. Have they worked at a competitor's company before? Do they know this industry? Those are some of the questions that would be on my mind. Specifically for the data provider side, though, I mean, we're going to have to get contact information. We're going to have to get emails, phone numbers, etc. But I would say my favorite enrichment that I'd be using in this case is going to be Claude to generate that copywriting using all the data points that we've gotten. Who in here, actually, can we do a quick raise of hands? Who was vote? Claude versus GPT. Who prefers GPT for writing, copywriting, and messaging? Can we get a raise of hands, please? In the audience, hello? Hello?
Give us a cheer.
Yeah, give us a cheer.
It is. Okay, mid, love it. What about Claude? Is it you?
Claude.
Okay. We have.
Okay.
These are the experts. If you're listening at home
Wow.
and you're using GPT, what are you doing with your lives? No, they're great. They're amazing. There's a competition going here. But it's all about kind of defining and sculpting those prompts. And I love seeing this competition between all of our wonderful data providers here. Have you gone through the deep dive yet?
Yeah, for Matt's, we don't have access to various yet, so
okay.
We could do another deep dive in Matt's table, though, if we do have another development. Speaking of which,
we're about halfway through, so we have only 10 minutes left of build time. Let's make some noise for our audience, from our audience, for our competitors here. Wonderful.
Incredible.
Whilst they're continuing to build, I'm going to run over and speak to a couple of the coaches that we have live here with us who've been working with Matt and with Javeria. So, Brian, lovely to see you again. Can you tell us kind of what the preparation you have done with Matt? Because when I think of a coach teaching someone here, what kind of things have you walked through together?
Honestly, it's very hard to prepare if you don't know what is the mission, what is the prompt, and there can be plenty of them. So my idea was to stick to the basics. So stick to the reading the brief, reading the prompt, checking the ICP, and then use native Clay features like scoring, like ClayGent, like signals, because within 20 minutes, anything can be broken. And when we stick to the native features, it's super solid.
Nice, wonderful. So it's kind of have the foundations. I was going to say slow and steady, but we only have 20 minutes. We're like smashing through here. And then Samad, obviously, it's been an emotional journey for Pakistan here. We had the follow-through to the semifinals and the finals, but obviously, Javeria's not able to be here with us. What was that like for Team Pakistan here?
Yeah, like when we got this news that she was rejected, it was really upsetting because we had put a lot of time and training hours into that. We were super pumped to bring the cup home. But yeah, when then we had the call, we like basically motivated each other to participate virtually. And yeah, we're super pumped to take this cup today.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Hearing from the coaches.
Round of applause for our coaches.
I'm going to throw it over to Owen.
Incredible, yes. As we you know, the screens aren't up there right now. We have 7 minutes left, just under 7 minutes left. And can we get let's do another deep dive into Matt's table. Could we get my screen up there? There's been a few developments that I'd love to highlight.
So this is kind of where we start to see the deliverables coming in. The pressure's really on. They need to hit every single thing and hand it to the judges. So we're going to see a lot of the meat being put on the bones of this clay table now.
Absolutely. So we can see that, again, he has the tenure being built out using ClayGent. Great start. But we do need to see a little bit more. Again, remember, our deliverables, we're going to be having copywriting for each prospect by the end of this. So we're waiting to still see messaging being written, and we need data to actually include in that message. Why are we reaching out to them? But for the Clay OGs in the room, we have Matt, who is using the score rowing Clay feature. This thing is crazy. It's been around forever, and it's been one of the most helpful features here. And the alternative to this is using an AI column, which is great. But we can see he is deciding to use the score rowing Clay feature. So we are really looking to see a little bit more happening now. I'm getting a little nervous for Matt here because we need to see the messaging being happening. The list is already built, but Munnawar, what's on your mind?
So for me, I think like having the last 6 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes, I think Matt's going to get there for the outbound message.
Yes, and back over to Javaria's table really quick. Let's see where Javaria is at as well.
So it'll be interesting to see how far ahead or about the same that she is right now in the track of her deliverables. So we have the scoring is over there. Can I see it over here?
Yeah, we can actually see right here. Look at this. Incredible. So she's using Appify. I'm a huge fan of Appify. You can get so many other data points so easily with them. Any other Appify, make a cheer if you love Appify.
I love this audience, man.
Yeah, this is great.
Honestly.
This is great. This is great.
The real champions here are y'all, but also one of them. So we'll see how they go.
We are so excited to figure out which one of our contestants are going to be the champions. Looking at what is on her table right now, we can see she's looking at some sort of AI prompt. She has the Appify active, which is likely looking at what are the previous companies that this person was at. Regardless, we can see what is that feature here. It's a total score. So she has the scoring column built out already. That's what that collision column is doing, which is great. She's got one of the deliverables down. She also has another deliverable down. She built the list already. Great start, but we still need to see some copywriting be generated. So, Munnawar, what do you think is one thing that could be tripping these guys up? We have just over 5 minutes left. What is one thing that could be tripping up our contestants?
So I think it's one of those things where we had that comment from Tebow earlier where it's like, this has to be a bespoke message for that person based on their interest, based on their experience. We do not want to say, hey, we have job, here is money, peace. There has to be something a bit better than that, and that is also one of the criteria that they're going to be judged on. We're down to the last 5 minutes, so this is where they're going to start building out those custom prompts. And the more information that they can give to sculpt this prompt, I think will kind of serve them going forward.
Amen. Your outbound is only as good as the data you give it, right? Super excited, though, to see where these guys are going to go and how much more progress they can make. Again, let's actually we just are looking at Javaria's table. She has the list built. She has the scoring model built out. Could we get a look at where Matt is doing? And can we get Matt's table on the screen and see where he is, the man sitting in this chair right here? He's probably feeling a little nervous.
It is like amazing, just like how dialed in he has been. It's incredible.
It is incredible. He's naming a column right now, but we do have a new column. He is using Octave to generate some personalized some personalized copywriting for these individuals. And Octave is actually a new integration for us. I'm very, very curious to see how this is going to work out.
It's kind of amazing here. So as he's awaiting the callback from some fields and some fields are being generated, he's like, okay, I put this bun in the oven. Let me go check on the stove. And he's doing things like simultaneously. We have a core multitasker here, and that's something that just warms my heart.
Amen, amen. And we can see here, so we never defined, is this just one message for the prospect, or is this a sequence of messages? And he is using Octave to generate 2 emails, following it up. We got the initial one and the follow-up email as well. I'm curious to see the quality of these messages. Personally, haven't used Octave yet. Excited to do so, Munnawar.
I'm going to hear a couple of comments from our last 2 judges here, just to see what they've seen, what impresses them, and maybe some things that may trip someone up as I come off the stage and didn't trip up. Petra, how you doing? That's not the question. The question is, have you seen anything thus far that some of our contestants here are maybe missing out on?
I think they're throwing too much at the prompt and relying on it to generate the next steps. And I think they should go back to their prompts and refine them.
Okay, wow. That's a big problem with our generation in general. We're just lazy. And Patrick, I see you grinning over there. So I'm going to ask you a positive question. What's something that's really impressed you from our contestants here?
Yeah, using technologies that you normally wouldn't think of immediately for certain tasks, like Octave for drafting personalized messages and Appify for scraping LinkedIn profiles was impressive. They take more setup usually, so it's cool that they're using that instead of a normal AI integration.
It's pretty incredible, the tools they've been using. They've used the browser to access Clay. My mind has been blown. Owen, I want to throw it back to you. Thank you so much to our judges. Please give them a round of applause. Thanks, Patrick.
Incredible.
Thanks, Petra.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Munnawar. Yeah, we're coming down. We have 2 minutes left of this build time. They've been building for 18 minutes so far. And let's do one last deep dive into each of their tables. Can we get Matt, can we get my screen up there? And let's take a look at Matt's table to see what he's actually done. I'd love to peek into Octave a little bit more. As we're doing this, remember, the pressure is on. A minute 30 left. It's going down, guys. I'm really excited to see what our judges are going to come up with. And for all the Claude fans out there, he is using Claude as well. Look at that. Looking at the actual setup of this Octave column, though, it looks like he's using the goal of the so he's setting this up to initiate a conversation. That's great. He's using echostage.com, which I don't know if there's actually any content on there, but that's okay. We have a lot of data up here, which is all we need. Regardless, I am still waiting to see. He does have the scoring metric built in, which is great. I think that's 3 out of the 4 deliverables because he defined his ICP earlier today. So he
has to get the last one in the last minute. We're down to the final minute here. It's pretty exciting. It's pretty wild. Let's take a quick look at Javeria's live build here as we come into the last 50 seconds or so.
Yes, let's get Javeria's screen up there so we can see where she is at. That's where she's at. She's building another prompt. As Petra mentioned earlier, prompting is huge, right? But it looks like she might be spending a little bit too much time on it. I'm excited to see, regardless, how this plays out. Looking down here, she's using Claygen to actually do more research and draft the copywriting itself. Great start. It looks like she's pretty on point. I'm trying to read exactly what this looks like. It looks like she is using Claygen right now and adjusting that prompt to actually generate the messaging for LinkedIn.
So we have 10 seconds left. Countdown with us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. We are done with the finals.
Wow.
Wonderful, wonderful,
oh
wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
And now we're going to call on Mikey to take our judges backstage who will deliberate, and we will have their answer in a few minutes' time.
Yes.
Owen, how are you feeling right now?
Oh, feeling electric. That was intense, guys. 20-minute build time, and now we're here. Judges are about to go argue about who actually should take home this beautiful pot. I'm just excited to hear the answer, Munnawar. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. That 20 minutes flew by way quicker than I thought it would. It feels like we've only been up here for about 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to go over to our contestants here. So we have, obviously, the great Mateus. We want to ask him how he's feeling right now.
I would love to. Mateus, you want to join me on stage up here? Let's get a view for the audience. Round of applause for Mateus, everyone. Seriously. Look at this guy. Crushed, crushed, crushed. What do you think? You just built this clay table for 20 minutes. What was a moment throughout this build where you were just like, hell yes, it was a win. You thought you weren't able to do something, and then you were able to do it. What was a situation like that happened during this 20-minute period?
Okay, so what happened was that you had to find a perfect fit for the candidate for a company that needed a very reliable salesperson to stick with the company for the period of growth. So in my take, if you are going to find a candidate for the position, so the best idea was, okay, let's find a person that stick with the company for as longer as he or she could. And and to find a person that is within San Francisco, so that it's very easy to get to the location. So the scoring methodology was adjusted for the location criteria, for the posting criteria. So I looked on how much this person is active on LinkedIn, if he or her was posting anything, shared anything. Then I looked for the amount of months that this person worked within a company. The more, the better. And then based on that, I created the messaging. So yeah, that was...
And all in 20 minutes? You are a
impressive
beast. Let's give him a round of applause.
Yes, incredible. And we'll have you sit back down.
And so let's bring Javeria's live stream up so she can face the audience here. Okay, Javeria, lovely to have you here with us. The crowd has been rooting for you and Matt this whole time. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling nervous. I'm excited. I'm not there, but I can see everyone on camera, so it's amazing. It's great what technology can do.
And what was something that you felt like during your build time that maybe tripped you up or you might have struggled with initially?
So the thing is, I wanted to make the message as specific as possible, which is why I scraped LinkedIn posts as well. Since it is an event company, we need to check if the candidates are active on their social media accounts or not, and we can judge a lot of their capabilities over there as well. So I scraped all the LinkedIn posts, up to 5 posts, and then I was just perfecting my message so it could be as direct and to the point as possible and resonate with the candidate.
Okay, and final thing, before I let you go for a second, is there anyone you want to shout out from your community, maybe in your family, right here for Clay Cup 2025?
To be honest, my coach, Sarmad, has been really helpful, and we have been
he's backstage
together, so he deserves all the appreciation and shout out from my end.
Okay, wonderful, thank you. We're going to come back to you in just a second because we are down to the last few seconds where the judges should have their deliberation, they should have their judgment. Can we get the judges back on stage with us here?
Yes, incredible. We're gonna welcome our judges right back.
Can you give us a round of applause? They're shy. Bring them on, let's go.
Get the judges out here.
We have Petra, Enzo, Thibaut, and Patrick.
Wow.
Okay, judges, I'm going to take 2 quick comments from one of each of you. First of all, I just want to know, for the audience here and for those at home, wherever you may be, what was Javeria's build like? What are some things that were good? What are some things that maybe might have held her back? Who am I going to? I knew it was going to be you, Enzo.
Javeria is really special. She's the kind of go-to-market engineer that's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. And, she's like, I'm going to throw everything. Like, to do an AP5 call in 20 minutes in front of the entire world, like, you have to be first really confident, but just, like, really talented to take a chance on that. So really, really strong build, really strong scoring. She's really awesome.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for those comments. And finally, Matt's table. Who's going to be taking this here? Again, I had a feeling this was going to be here. All right, not to cover you up, I'm going to stand here in the middle between both of these massive guys.
Yeah, I think Matt was very precise with the way he kind of started the first 3 part of the prompt. And the outbound to me, like the message, like I said earlier, was very crisp. And so he nailed that part. Yeah, very impressive.
Wonderful. Wow. Generally, these lot are like way taller than average, I swear. Anyway, okay, so we have the deliberation that's been handed to Owen. Judges, I'll have you exit the stage, but thank you so much. Give them one last round of applause.
Round of applause for the judges.
It's not easy.
Thank you so much.
Such naturals. Okay.
Incredible. Incredible.
Now it's time for the moment of truth. Before we reveal the winner, we're going to have Matt join us on the center of stage here, and Samad, who's going to join us as an ambassador for Pakistan to take the Clay Cup home, potentially back home with him. Okay, give him a round of applause here.
Round of applause for our contestants.
So, Owen's going to reveal the name in just a second, but I'm going to give this Clay Cup to one of our 2 finalists here. Let's give it up for the Clay Cup here.
In drum roll, please. Incredible. The winner of 2025 Clay Cup is Javeria. Wow. 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 Of course, thank you. Yes. Seriously. Bring it in. Wow, incredible. Seriously impressive stuff. I would love to hear kind of your thoughts, your feelings. What's on your mind right now? You just won and represented Javeria, who just won the Clay Cup. What's going through your mind?
That was intense. I was really nervous. Like, this prompt was a bit different than semifinals.
There she is on screen.
But yeah.
We got Javeria's 30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds very quickly because we're running quite tight on time here. Javeria, let us know, how does it feel to be the winner of Clay Cup 2025?
Woo! It feels amazing, and thank you, Team Clay, to let me participate remotely. It means a lot to me, seriously. I was very disheartened when I didn't get the visa, but you made it possible for me. So thank you so much, Owen, Lele, Varun, Munnawar, everyone, all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
And the final 30 seconds, words from, we have no losers tonight. Matt, how do you feel after that?
I actually feel amazing. Like the opportunity to be here, to like create a Clay tables, to be a part of this community. Like, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the messages that you sent me, for all the support. Thank you very much.
We want to thank Ciha, Lola, the marketing team, Bruno, and Clay. I've been one of your co-hosts tonight, Munnawar, Hashim, and
I've been one of your other co-hosts, Owen, Ciha. Shout out to all the engineers. Thank you, everyone.
Pakistan.
Incredible. Incredible. And we're wrapping, yeah. And we're exiting. Thank you guys again. Have a great rest of the day.